Welcome back, Richland Center Wrestling family, for another episode of Beyond the Whistle with Kyle and Zach. Fun weekend in Madison.
Yeah, absolutely.
This past.
State tournament's always one of the best times of the year. I think you were shown the best way to take in the state tournament. I think
it might have been. If it's not the best way, it's a pretty good way to take in the state tournament. It was fun, different than I've done it in the past. But, yeah, it was a good time, good wrestling. Coming out of it, I really had this freshman phenom feel of this state tournament, and then I went back and looked at the results. And although there was a lot of freshmen in the placing matches, there was a lot of freshmen with upsets, there wasn't a lot of freshman state champs.
Two, right?
Two
boys
state champs,
Wayne
zero
Fry
girls
and
state
Hunter
champs.
Lewis. Yeah.
And I think that Fry is, if I'm picking it now, or not Fry, Lewis, I think he's getting 4 of them.
Yeah, so I agree. The only caveat I would have with that is where he in, I think it's Werfel from Hortonville fall.
Where they fall.
That could be where they're just banging each other for the next couple of years, and then maybe he sneaks one. But if they fall separate, then, yeah, I don't know that. I mean, he's real good.
Yeah. We had 2 girls competing.
Yep.
Mrs. Spildy and Miss Muller.
Yep.
Spildy went down in the first round, got sent to the wrestlebacks. So she wrestled Thursday night and then not again until
Friday morning.
Won one match there, and then unfortunately lost the third match of the tournament. So her tournament was done on Friday. Maddie won her first match, got to the quarterfinals, ran into that Cody, who was the eventual state champ, beat 2-time state champ Bianchi.
Yeah, so that
in the finals.
How many finalists do you think are in that family?
I don't know.
There's 4 kids. How many finalists are there?
All 4.
How many times?
Yeah, I don't know that.
15
a lot.
Finalists.
Is that right?
The only one that wasn't a 4-time finalist was Angela. She got third as a freshman. That's wild.
Yeah.
In 10 state championships.
So Maddie lost to the eventual tournament champ in the quarterfinals on Thursday night.
Yep.
Wrestled back Friday morning. Won her first match.
Had a bye because she
had
won,
a bye.
And then she won her wrestle back on Thursday, and then
that put her into
Saturday morning
where she lost in the blood round. So top eight did not place at the state tournament. Great seasons for both girls. That puts a wrap on our high school season as far as
the individual side.
As far as Richland Center, right? Now it's freestyle season.
We're big or small. We got them all, though.
We are big or small. We got them all. We'll talk a little bit of team state here soon.
Yeah.
But some opportunities going on in Richland Center Wrestling for everybody in the club. We do run some freestyle Greco stuff. We have a tournament coming up April 18th in Richland Center, freestyle and Greco tournament there. Obviously, as we've done in last year and this year as well, XL, you can go to XL for free. Is that 3rd and up or 4th grade and up?
2017 birth year.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be the youngest age group that can compete in freestyle and Greco.
Yeah. So a lot of opportunities there. Jump back in the youth room with us, right? We've got a month, 3.5 weeks of youth season still before the state tournament down there in Madison for them. So, yeah, high school kids, you don't need to be done. Take a couple weeks off, week and a half off maybe, and jump back, find a room someplace and get going again. Bunch of opportunities again. We've got some great sponsors around that have provided opportunities for these kids. We have not used that club bank account as a savings account. We put it right back into the kids. We need to start taking advantage of the things that get offered, the off-season training, the freestyle and Greco tournament, and then the state tournaments in Wisconsin Dells. And following that, that's at the end of April, beginning of
It's the
May.
first weekend in May.
It's first through third, I think, of May, or first, second of May. And then the following weekend is Northern Plains, also in Wisconsin Dells for 2 years.
At least, yeah.
I think 2 or 3 years. Obviously, those two tournaments are the ones U16 and juniors have the chance to qualify for Fargo out of. There's also wrestle-offs through WWF if your weight needs some more people, so you can qualify for Fargo that way as well. Then another camp this summer with Tristan Stout and Siler Zanchevich.
Yep, a lot of fun stuff coming. Obviously, to qualify for Fargo, state of Wisconsin gets 3 kids per weight class. If you place now the Northern Plain, that is a regional qualifier for Fargo. So if Wisconsin has any kids that we will obviously that top 2 at that one, or
I think that one is. I think it's top 3 as well.
Top 3. So if you finish top 3 at there, you get an auto bid that does not count against your state. So that's why we have more than 3 kids in, or if you're a previous All-American at Fargo,
then you get an automatic bid.
Then you get an automatic bid as well. So a lot of fun stuff. Freestyle Greco is really one of the best times of the year. It's where you grow and you learn, and we keep talking about how do we get Richland Center Wrestling back to what it was, and this is how. I mean, if you are a middle school to high school kid that wrestles, you need to wrestle some Freestyle Greco. I would recommend that you at least go to our tournament, the state tournament, and because the regional tournament is so close this year, that one as well. And then if you want to shut it down and just practice a couple times a week, then that would be great. Used to be that, if you wrestled all year round or 11 months out of the year, you were taking leaps on kids. That is not the case anymore with the amount of kids that wrestle and specialize. Even the kids that don't specialize but still find the time to practice year-round. So, I mean, at that point, you're just falling behind.
Yeah, Greco and freestyle is, it's not the grind
No.
that folk style season is. It's a lot of fun. Practices are light. Probably some handball in the club. It's not what folk style season is. It's just a lot of fun. I would say most of it is just getting really good at on your feet, right? 90% of freestyle and Greco is done on your feet. And so you see these elite kids across the state that are just studs from the neutral position, and it comes from freestyle and Greco, right?
Yep.
And getting those attacks. And, I mean, we've kind of transitioned a lot of our middle school kids over to freestyle attacks where you're attacking a single leg below the knee and chasing the far ankle. And that transitions right into a leg lace in freestyle, but in folk style, I mean, you saw it this weekend at state tournament, right? Majority of those guys, it stops the scramble. It does a lot of those things. It makes you get the corner. So yeah, if you're listening to this, high school, middle school, youth kids even, get into a club, get some off-season stuff. Our tournament, we pay for the kids at our tournament. If you are from Richland Center, you get into our Greco and freestyle tournament for free. So, I mean, all you need is a USA Wrestling card. You join the club, you get one of those, right? So, there's really, I mean, it's a $60 to get into that club, and there's a lot of benefit out of it, right? So,
100%.
that's my spiel there for anybody watching. State tournament wrapped up. What was your, favorite match of the weekend?
So a couple key takeaways. I guess the biggest upsets in the finals probably both came on the girls' side. We talked a little bit about the Coda girl beating Benaki. That was probably one of them. And the other one, nationally ranked number 2 in the nation, Carly Chusker goes down from Badger as well in the finals. So those are probably the biggest 2 upsets of the finals. biggest takeaway, didn't know how it was going to play out in the finals, was the Heiser-Meyer match. Very low scoring. Heiser really turned it on at his feet. It was down 4-0 real quick.
Yep.
And then I think he had 3 takedowns to finish it out. So that one was a good match. And then my favorite match of the whole weekend was probably Gonzalez and Stevens in the quarterfinals. I don't know how. The WIAA must also see the Big Ten tournament. We'll get into that. But how that was your quarterfinal match was unreal. And the first 2 periods were about as good a wrestling you could
absolutely.
have. And then I think Gonzalez probably found out that,
don't go down on Stevens.
Yep.
That guy was a hammer on top in that third period. Got 2 turns, 1 eventual fall.
He was going to get – it was tied.
Yeah.
He was getting close to getting tech falled.
Right.
So,
yep.
That was probably my favorite match of the weekend. How about yourself?
Yeah, I would say my biggest takeaway from the weekend was the amount of people that are still going down in the second period and especially in the third period in those tight matches. For what? That 1-point escape doesn't do much for you. I'd much rather have 2 minutes on my feet. If you're at the state tournament, and we saw it at sectionals too, all of these people can ride, and all of them are getting turns. I saw so many matches. People were winning matches or tied. They choose down, they get turned, and they lose.
Yep.
Right? And they're battling even on their feet. Give me a 50-50 shot on my feet. You saw it in the Simmons match, right? Like, he goes down in the first overtime, or, in the first
30
second go, gets out right away, goes back down in the sudden death, and gets ridden out, right? Like, obviously you don't go neutral there with 30 seconds left. You haven't been able to take the guy down, so you got to go down. But, like, the amount of third period down and then turned into losses that I saw, like, I think a lot of it goes to college wrestling, right? You see the college guys go down all the time. We're not there, right? And those guys, riding time's a thing. They're scored a little bit differently. All of those guys can get out. They know they're not getting turned, right? Most of the time they get to their feet and they cut them anyways. But, yeah, that's my biggest takeaway there is just the amount of still going down late in a match. Especially if you're winning, like, I don't love it, right? I don't love it, especially if we've seen them in neutral, we've seen them on the bottom.
Well, so just from a mindset as well. So you're tied up going into the third period, 5-5. You go down, sure, you get a point. If you get an escape in 10 seconds, okay, then we're back on our feet, and then you're going to have to either take them down or stall it out. And with the way that they're divvying out stall calls,
you're giving that point away potentially.
You're giving that point right back because they definitely have the ability to ding you twice in a minute 45. So if you got to take them down anyways, why not just
give yourself
there?
2 minutes, hand fight it out, go and get the win. And again, that's a mindset thing that probably will start transitioning, I think, as more and more kids. They're getting so lead on their feet and the scrambling.
Yeah, you have to be. With the scoring system now, if you're not great
right.
on your feet, then.
Yeah, so that was my biggest takeaway there. Situationally, another takeaway was just the amount of, situations late in matches. Kids didn't know what necessarily to do. That, I think it's overlooked, if I'm being honest. I've overlooked it as a coach. We went back to it, last night in practice just because I took some notes at state tournament of things that I wanted to work on. But my favorite match of the weekend was Fry v. Bronco.
That one was
returning state champ goes down to a Cuba City freshman. Man, did Bronco look good there.
Also in the quarterfinals. Great job.
Was that in the quarters or was that in the semis? Yeah, it was. Sure yeah, and there's a bunch of – so these freshmen that did make it to the finals, just remember –
the gauntlet they had to go
through. Yeah,
because
they don't get a good seed. No matter how you are, you do not get a good seed. If you didn't qualify a state tournament last year, you're not getting a great seed. So, for everybody that's looking for a good seed at next year's WIAA tournament,
hopefully you made it this year.
Hopefully you made it this year because it started last Thursday.
Correct.
The first seeding criteria for that tournament started last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which why do we seed based on last year's, right? Like maybe if you want to put it in there, don't have it as the number 1, have it as the number 6 maybe, but like what you did last year doesn't matter.
I don't care what you did last week. I care about
That's
what you
right.
did last year.
So, yeah, I think there's a lot of, I mean, we could go on for an hour on the state tournament, or I could anyways. So that match was fantastic. I did like that. I was excited. The one match I was the most excited to watch was Roshan Bolig match. Well, we saw the best one at sectionals.
Yeah, the state finals did not live up to the hype near as much as the sectional final did. I mean, for whatever reason, when Bolig gets to the Kohl Center, he
turns it on,
puts it into another gear.
Yep. And I would hope my last parting things on the WIAA Individual State Tournament is I hope they get the tickets figured out, because that caused coaches, fans, parents, and wrestlers a whole lot of added stress this year that did not need to happen. Kind of a black eye on the WIAA on that one. Hopefully they get that figured out. I heard GoFan or whoever was invited to the tournament so they could see the chaos. Now, getting in and getting out, like, it was fine. It was no big deal there. It was just the uncertainty of, are you going to get tickets? Where are they at? And I mean, that semifinals was not very well attended compared to other years, and the finals was not very well attended. So a lot of tickets, in my opinion, went home.
Well, so yeah, when you do it the way that they do it, and they sell all, like they sold probably the majority of the tickets they sold were all 5 sessions together.
Right.
If you don't got a horse in the race, and you're not a huge wrestling fan, you're probably not going to all 5 sessions, even the semifinals. Normally, you would throw those tickets to a gentleman out front of the Kohl Center, and then someone would buy
you get $10 back from them. Yep. They sell them for $20. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Or have the ability to pass them on to somebody else or resell them or whatever. So, with that being said, this weekend, we've got a lot going on in lacrosse at the Lacrosse Center. Our 2 tournaments going on at the same time.
Same place.
Wisconsin Team State is at the Lacrosse Center in the main arena starting on Friday night. And I always get this wrong. Badger Brawl.
Wow.
I believe. I want to call it Badger Bash, but it's Badger Brawl is also going on there. So that is 8U, 10U, 12U, 14U, 16U, and juniors at a Tour of America USA Wrestling Tournament, formerly known as Dominate in the Dells, is also happening at the Lacrosse Center in the kind of the side arena, if you will, where they did the girls by state at. So we're going to be down there for Team State and the Badger Brawl. I think we've got Landon, Cashton, Aiden, Austin, Riken.
Probably just those.
All wrestling at it.
Yep.
This weekend, so we got a handful of kids. Most of them go Saturday. Aiden will go Sunday as he's in the older division. 16U for Mr. Ewing this week. That'll be fun to watch.
His high school career started this week.
So this is a great tournament. We always like to go to Dominate. It's a great tournament. Hopefully, most brackets are 6 to 8 to 12. Man, I think most of them looking right now have 9, 10. And it's just a great opportunity to work your way through a bracket 2 weeks before the qualifier. See if you can place at it. If you do, great. If you don't, then we're probably got takeaways. Did we not have the right nutrition? Did the big lights get to us? Like all of these questions that we have 2 weeks to sure up, and then you get right into the qualifier 2 weeks from that. So we've gone to it the last few years. Haven't always done a lot of winning. I think a lot of people stay away from these tournaments just because they are scared of not getting those wins. I think that they're great opportunities to learn those things. Make a weight. Did you get enough sleep? Did you get the right nutrition throughout the day, right? It's not just 3 matches and you're done. You might have a match and wait for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, get another match, get a bye for 2 hours. It's long days. How do you manage a day that the state tournament's going to be in 3 weeks, right? And even qualifier, if you have a sibling
Yep.
Or if you're there in the early session and you don't wrestle till late session, you got to figure out your whole emotions. And so it's a great tournament to go there, figure out all of that stuff, as well as have the ability to work through a bracket that's not just a 4-man. Class of X was another great one for that. You know, it's a little farther out, but I don't hate that either, depending on, you know, logistics of this one, that one, or maybe do them both. Wouldn't be the worst thing either. So we'll be up there for that.
So nutrition-wise, after weigh-ins, Friday night, cupcakes, right? That's the
Cupcakes, yeah, as much sugar as you can possibly get. No, I mean, yeah, so we've been there. We've done that. You know, get some electrolytes back if you are cutting any weight, right? Some people are, some people aren't. I don't think any of our kids are really cutting right now. But, yeah, get fluids back in you, get high protein back in you, probably get some carbs back in you, stuff that's easy on the belly. Get a good night's sleep. Stay out of the dang pool, right? The pool, a lot of people make the mistake of wanting to go to the pool. All that does is just wear you out.
Do it afterwards.
Do it Saturday night. If you're wrestling Saturday, go to the pool Saturday night. Yeah, so stay out of the pool, get some good rest, wake up, get a decent breakfast in you, not a lot of high-fat stuff, not greasy food, just good breakfast food. And then, yeah, we like to get some sort of energy gel. You know, between matches, we have a hydration mix goes with us, you know, all the time with electrolytes and all that stuff. We do have some carb, some higher carb mixed drink that we take down as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's a process that we've kind of refined over the years, but you know, I think you see it in the high school world still today that, you know, it's a long day. I mean, I'm a big proponent of taking naps between, set an alarm on your phone, go find a small corner with your bag curl up and just stop thinking about wrestling, right? So, yeah, looking forward to that. Want to get into Division 2 or Division 3?
We'll save the fireworks for the end.
Okay, so you want to go right to Division 2 then?
Yeah, no, we'll start with D3.
Okay. So, you take us away.
All right, so I think that my 4 semifinalists in D3 will be WIAA Fremont, Aquinas, Shiocton, and Cedar Grove, Belgium.
You got Mineral Point dropping round 1.
That is correct.
So, the individual team, the individual state tournament, put so much emphasis on what you did last year. The returning state champs this year also won their sectional.
Also very highly ranked.
Very highly ranked, come in at the 7 seed, does Mineral Point.
Yep.
Make that make sense.
It doesn't.
Okay. So, yeah, Cedar Grove, Belgium had up
10 kids.
10 kids at the state tournament. I was going to say 8, but I knew that was wrong. 10 kids down there. I mean, I think, was it every kid on their team was ranked? Or every, like.
It's close.
I mean, they're just a juggernaut, so you couldn't have got a worse first round. I mean, you could have probably.
Aquinas would have been worse.
Yes. So there you go. You gave it away. You already picked your. Okay.
No, but that would have been a worse draw.
So you got, who'd you have? Shiocton?
Cedar Grove, Belgium.
Cedar Grove, Belgium. Auburndale is the wild card in this one, right?
Auburndale is the wild
So
card.
they even got seeded above Mineral Point.
They sure did.
Or did they get the 8 seed?
No.
Yeah, they must have.
No, because Glenwood City is the 8
Oh,
seed.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how a bracket works.
Sorry. You're right.
Yeah, so I have WIAA Fremont, Aquinas, Shiocton, and Cedar Grove, Belgium moving on to the Saturday session. Who do you got going into the semifinals?
Coming out of the semis?
No, going to the semifinals.
I thought you just, who do I? So you just, okay, I got Aquinas. I've got Fremont. WIAA, Fremont, Aquinas, Shiocton. And I'm going to take our pointers.
Okay.
Getting out of here.
Big or small, we got
them all.
All right, so between you have WIAA Fremont and Aquinas. Who do you have moving on to the
Aquinas?
Yeah, I don't know that. I know that one's particularly all that close, but I agree. And then between you have Shiocton and Mineral Point in the semis. Who do you got coming out of that one? Big or small?
We got them all. I'm going to stick with them all the way through.
All right. I have Cedar Grove, Belgium, so I guess the winner of that match we both have in the finals. Okay, so between Aquinas and Mineral Point for yourself, who do you have?
I got the Dogs.
You're going Mineral Point?
No, the Law Dogs. I'm going Aquinas, baby.
All right, Aquinas. Hey, could we, if I could make, if Aquinas and Mineral Point could both be in our sectional next year,
that would be sweet.
That'd be awesome.
That would be all right.
I don't have a horse in the race. I just get to call good wrestling, so that'd be awesome. I have Aquinas beating Cedar Grove, Belgium. So we both have Aquinas winning.
Aquinas as the state champ. Been number 1 ranked all year. They are just through and through tough. But we will probably, hopefully, get to see that. That's another match that I really like, too, that Phenom v. Carey match.
I don't know that. I could be wrong. They've wrestled a handful of times, but I think Carey's beat him every time. There was a couple sequences of spaghetti wrestling, if you will.
Spaghetti wrestling.
That it was just that one was a great match as well.
That was probably the
best
finals match. Yeah.
Yep. I agree. All right. So in Division 2, in the semifinals, moving on from Friday to Saturday, I have Evansville, St. Croix Falls, Coleman, and Gale Electric Trempealeau, Melrose, Mindoro.
I'm feeling spicy. Zach. I'm drinking the water all the way through this one. I've got GET getting out.
Okay.
And Coleman.
So not too spicy so far. What about on the top side?
Evansville and St. Croix Falls.
So I guess when you mean spicy, you mean like
I'm taking
pepper.
I'm taking Evansville all the way through. I'm drinking the water. I stopped. We went up there on Sunday.
Yep.
Up to Evansville. I grabbed 2 gallons of Evansville water from the gas station there.
If you guys could, we're willing. Like, if you guys want some,
send some water down here.
We'll do whatever.
But I got to get to Coleman though too and get a couple gallons from Coleman.
Oh yeah.
I got to get some Coleman water out of me too because I think I could probably have my brother pick that up.
Yeah.
He could probably get more than just 2 gallons. He could probably send me a year's supply of that.
So you have Evansville and St. Croix Falls in the semifinals on Saturday morning. Who do you have in the finals?
Coleman, Evansville.
Coleman, Evansville. I have GET St. Croix Falls. The Fighting Joe Raggers.
Wow, you are
Evansville.
Spicy today.
Well, when I say spicy, I don't mean pepper. I mean at least Tabasco sauce.
And I've got Evansville taking it.
I have Gale Electric Trempealeau, Melrose, Mindoro as your Division II state champs.
Spicy.
I think the Division II side, there will be a lot of great matches, and that can go about 1,000 different ways. But I expect, anyways, Gale Electric Trempealeau to have a good day. So
now, on to the tournament we've all been waiting for. One of the best weekends of the year. The Pennsylvania State High School Tournament, right? Is that what we're talking about today?
More or less. I mean, how many kids from PA will be competing at the Big Tens this weekend?
And you want to talk about bad seeds, guys. They're not terrible across the board, but there's some
real head scratchers.
There's some terrible
you
weights.
have kids that are undefeated, returning national champs, beat the kid who's ranked number 1 and still ranked lower. That one doesn't make sense.
All about availability, Zach. I heard Shane Sparks. He loves it. So here's the deal from my understanding on the Big Ten tournament. That's what we're talking about. The Pennsylvania State Tournament is this weekend, and that is going to be fire. You want to talk about another seeding dilemma? Bo Bassett's the 2 seed in his bracket.
Shane Sparks would love it.
The 2 seed, right? So, all right, what do we got going on there? And you talk about availability. That kid forfeited in the team state or bumped away from Bo in the team state, so they didn't get it a couple weeks ago. But yeah, so that's.
Do you like wrestling the team state portion better before? How do you feel about that?
You know, I've never really thought about it. Minnesota does.
Yep.
Minnesota does. There's just the day before or 2 days before the individual state tournament.
I don't know if I like that.
You know, we run out of weekends.
Mm-hmm.
the wrestling season gets long. You could shorten it 2 weeks, and I wouldn't be that mad about it. Mm-hmm. But, you'd be going every weekend then with not much weekends off. But
Or just start a little bit before.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got high school football. We're football school. We got to do football.
I don't.
If you're in the deep into the playoffs, you can't start much before because state is like into November.
Yeah, but like level 1 of the playoffs, though, that's fairly early, though, isn't it?
Yeah, preseason nationals time.
So in October yet. So
Yeah.
you could okay. All right. So Big Tens.
Big Tens.
125. Who do you got?
Lightning Luke Lillidahl.
I have Lightning Luke as well. I think he won it last year. Expected kind of to win a national championship. Did not, but I think he will pick up his second Big Ten title this weekend.
Wisconsin does have Nicolas Rivera as the 7 seed.
I expect a decent tournament out of Nicolas. I also believe that he will be a qualifier for the national championship. So
you didn't get the automatic bids before this, did you?
No, I did not look.
I want to say most brackets
It's
were
probably
6 to
around
8.
6 to 8, yeah.
Like
usually.
depending on the weight class. So if you get top 5 at the Big Tens, you're a really good shot at getting.
You're going to get an automatic bid, and then there's the at-large
bids,
which
right.
the Big Ten gobbles up as well. So,
all right. Maybe the funnest weight class at the NCAAs coming up, 133. Who do you have?
I got Lucas Bird of Illinois picking up another
Undefeated,
Big
I
Ten
believe.
title. Yep, returning national champ, 2 seed.
Illinois had one of, if not the weakest.
Yep. In which I believe
Big Ten schedule.
How many Big Ten duels do you wrestle? Do you wrestle like 8? And obviously, there's 14 teams, so I don't know exactly how many. I think it's 8, but obviously you're leaving off at least. I mean, you don't count yourself, but 5 teams, and they missed most of the big dogs. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's the schedule the Big Ten gave them. So,
I've got Marcus Blaze from Penn State winning it. And this is where I really struggle. I know Penn State's not winning 10 of them. But, like, what Penn State guy do you leave out? And maybe we'll get there. Maybe we won't.
So, I mean, yeah, and then we got Zane Fugit of Wisconsin as the 4 seed. I really would have liked to see him, not that he necessarily deserves it, but I'd like to see him wrestle someone other than Blaze in the semi.
Yeah, and so these were auto. They switched it this year. The coaches used to bid this tournament or to seed this tournament. Spent too much time doing it by the sounds of it, so they went to this Wrestle Stat, which we all use for, guess what, wrestling stats. It's free to use. So I assume the Big Ten is paying them an exorbitant amount of money, which is great to see them. I mean, obviously they got ads on there and stuff they're making some money on, but so they're using Wrestle Stat to seed it. They've got a whole bunch of criteria that I don't remember. And then it's all out of 100 points. Mm-hmm. And if you're within 15 points of the seed you want to go to,
you can challenge.
You can challenge that seed and potentially get it, which I kind of like that point system because you don't need to necessarily go from. Well, you wouldn't go from 4 to 1 because it doesn't make sense because you're on the same side of the bracket anyways.
Yep.
Your semi is still going to be the 1 seed or the 4 seed. So, but you might go from 4 to 3, right, or 4 to 2.
Which I don't know in his case. I don't know which one's the double-edged sword there between who he Blaze or Bird in the semi.
Yeah, he's got to have another good tournament this weekend. Yep. Get that automatic bid, get out there, shake it up, get a little spicy at the NCAAs as he did last year for Fugit. Did I say Fugit?
Yeah, there's no
Fugit. Yep.
All
right. 144.
Who you got?
I got to dig deep on this one. 7 seed of Braden Davis is not who I'm going with from Penn State.
Grayson Clark, 4-timer.
Grayson Clark is yes. I am going Brock Hardy from Nebraska.
So last year Brock Hardy and Mendez wrestled the Big Tens. Brock Hardy wins the Big Ten tournament. Mendez 2 weeks later wins his second national championship. So you have Brock Hardy once again beating Mendez.
At the Big Tens.
You're crazy. I think Mendez takes that
Well,
one.
we shall see.
All right.
That's why they wrestle it, Zach.
Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong.
You told me that Fry was going to win another state title just a week ago, and he got beat by a freshman.
I don't know that.
I mean, Mendez might not even get through that gauntlet.
I did not have Fry winning. I burned the evidence, but I did not. We can play it back. I did not have Fry from Evansville winning.
Wisconsin has the 13 seed in that bracket.
And that is, yep. X.
All right, 149. Who you got?
I think I have Shane Van Ness.
Yep, ditto. Shane Van Ness. Back to the Penn State train we go.
Zargo, though, from Wisconsin, the 3 seed, so that's pretty cool. Do we have any other Wisconsin wrestlers in here? Does not appear that we do. So, yeah, I think Shane Van Ness probably works his way through that bracket fairly easily.
And when you're saying Wisconsin wrestlers, obviously the Badgers only get one guy, but you're looking to see if we have Wisconsin like older guys that graduated Wisconsin high school.
Yep.
157.
This one will be a fun one.
I'm getting off the Penn State train here again, although I hate to do it.
God, Duke's so good, though.
Yeah, I think I got to go Duke again. I don't know when I'm getting off Penn State train, but
I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go Taylor from Nebraska.
you are. That was my second pick, but
yeah.
Duke is so good.
uh,
Charlie Millard, the 6th seed here from Wisconsin.
Homestead, yep. And then Luke Meckler wrestles for Wisconsin from Stoughton, Wisconsin. That appears like that would be the rest of the Wisconsin high school wrestlers at that weight class.
So I'll take this next wrestler. I'll give you the field, Zach,
And
at 165 pounds.
and I
You
wouldn't.
take the field.
I would not.
This, if I had to bet on one guy winning this tournament, guaranteed Mitchell Messenbrink's taking this tournament.
Yep, so Mitchell Brestbrink, I think, wins this one. I mean, he's just so good. Goebel from Wisconsin, the 10 seed. We do have at least one more wrestler in there. We have Braden Scholes from Illinois. He was a 4-timer from Kewaskum. And I think that's it for Wisconsin kids. What do you got at 174 pounds?
So here again, man, it's 174. Man, Levi Haynes is hard to bet against here, but I've got to get off the Penn State train at some point in time, so I'm going to go with
It's surely not here's where you get off.
I'm going to go with Levi Haynes out of Penn State.
Okay, and I will also agree with you on that one. Looks like Wisconsin has Luke Condon as the 12 seed. It does not appear that there's any Wisconsin high school wrestlers at that weight class. At 184 pounds, this one is probably one of the most wide open, I would imagine,
I would agree.
brackets at Big Tens this weekend. Cale Sanderson, state champ from Viroqua, is the 14 seed. As far as Wisconsin kids,
Did you say Cale Sanderson or Anderson?
I said Cale Anderson.
Okay. I thought you said Sanderson. I was like, I think.
He does have a kid wrestling this weekend at PA's.
That's not even fair.
No, it's not.
Who do you got?
I got Rocco.
All
Penn
right.
State train.
I guess so. Big or small, you've got all.
That's just big in the Big Ten.
So I'm going to go real spicy on this one.
Do not.
I'm going spicy on it. Like 8 seed kind of spicy.
So they get the rematch in the quarterfinals. Obviously, that's
No, that's not staying. There's no way that stays.
You don't think so?
No, Angelo Ferrari is not the 8 seed. Everybody in the country knows it. He missed some time. Yep. He's not staying the 8 seed. They're not hitting in the quarters. Angelo Ferrari's getting out of that bracket, and he's going to be the eventual champ to a really, really boring semifinals match and an even more boring finals match. Sitting on one knee for probably 5 minutes and 45 seconds of the match.
All right. 197 pounds. We have from Wisconsin. We have Wyatt Ingham, who is also a Wisconsin state champion. I believe he was a 3-timer from Amory. And that appears that is it for Wisconsin kids. Who do you got?
Josh Barr.
Yep, Penn State trained chugga choo choo. Josh Barr at 197 pounds. Is this the Big Ten tournament or is this just a Penn State Open?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much is.
Okay.
Wait till you get to our team.
Yeah,
It's going to be, I mean, we should have just picked second place team.
that would have been more fun.
That would have been more fun.
I think it's
'cause
Ohio State.
Everybody in the country has Penn State winning it as a team.
So at 285 pounds from Wisconsin, we have Braxton Amos, the 5 seed. We also have Cole Miriasola from West Bend West, who is a 3-time state champion from Penn State. He is the 4 seed.
Hopke's in here.
Coy Hopke, a 4-time state champ from Wisconsin, also from Amory. He is the 7 seed.
This is a tough one, right? Because Hopke wrestled. I mean, Mirasola and Hopke have wrestled these top guys awful hard.
So I mean,
They've both lost to them.
They're all so close, I think.
They're so close.
I think you could probably throw – because where's Keeter at? Keeter's the 10 seed. So –
Keeter is the 10 seed.
I mean, you could potentially throw a dart at –
And Keeter gave Hopke his one loss in high school, right?
I think so, yeah.
His senior year.
Minnesota Christmas tournament, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could throw a dart, and then whoever it lands on, that would be about as good a guess as you can get.
I might just stay PSU all the way through.
I'm going to go Ferrari here.
You are.
Yeah.
He just hasn't, outside of his freshman year, for me, he hasn't been able to handle the big. I am going to switch it up. Who won between Mirasola and Hopke?
I would imagine Miriasola did. If
He must have if he's ranked higher, but I thought Hopke won that match.
You can't go off the seeds because
I know. I wish we had WrestleStat up right now. It'd tell us in a quick hurry. Yeah, who do I go? I'm going to go out of the limb here, and I think the dark horse is Feldman.
Wow, you got off the train station and went over to the bus stop.
Yeah.
All right, so I think obviously we both have Penn State winning it. Who do you have finishing second? I think it's Ohio State.
Well, not Iowa.
No.
I'm just going to go Nebraska on it as second. I don't know that they're going to do it, but they've got a solid team through and through. And one thing about Nebraska is in the last handful of years, 2-3 years, Nebraska peaks
The right time of the year.
at the right time of the year. Starting peaking at the Big Tens and then finish right through the year in the second place matches most of the time.
Yeah, should be a great weekend of wrestling. I believe the finals are Saturday night. So do they do the semis Friday night or is it semis Saturday morning? Probably Saturday morning.
I think it is Saturday morning.
Yep.
For that. So, yeah, to recap the week, we've got Ithaca Weston club-sponsored tournament at Weston going on Saturday with a bunch of our youth kids. We're taking a handful of our older kids over to the Badger Brawl. I've said it right every single time today, so I'm pretty proud of that. Saturday and Sunday. And then, obviously, Wisconsin High School Team State is also in lacrosse this weekend. Once again, for anybody out there, high school guys, if you want any information about the club, what it does, what it offers, reach out to Zach, myself, Coach Seep, Coach Trevin, any of the board members, and shoot us a message on Facebook. Shoot us a thing on the YouTube if you want. And we'll reach out to you and get you all the info. It would be great to see more kids utilize the club-sponsored stuff this off-season to really take Richland Center Wrestling to the next.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk to other clubs, and we talk to a lot of other clubs, we're at wrestling all the time. We're fairly intertwined with it. And also we meet guys at clubs, and we tell them all the things we do, and they're just usually in awe of all the things that we offer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Coach Seep was going to do an interview with us tonight. He's under the weather, so hopefully we can have him on here in the near future to kind of recap the boys and probably girls as well season. I would imagine at some point maybe we talk to both Spieldy and Muller, so things to look forward to. But yeah, just overall, look forward to a great weekend of wrestling all the way from kindergarten through senior in college. So it should be a great weekend.
Yeah.
We're on the home stretch folk style, and then that's when it really starts to get fun.
Yeah. All right. Once again, Beyond the Whistle, thanks for watching.